I'm Branden Sims. We're here in my shop in Prescott Valley, Arizona. We are about to embark on the biggest race of my career. It's going to be the 4th longest peninsula run, Baja 1000. And I'm going to give you a little rundown on the weapon of choice I'm going to run for this year. This here is my Lone Star Racing built Polaris Razor Turbo S. I've had fairly good luck with this thing. We just won the Baja 500 a few months ago. We're bringing it back in and we're gonna just try to go do this peninsula run and kill it down there. We basically rebuilt the entire car from the chassis up, and it's got, all new Lone Star Racing arms. I've got, in my opinion, the best lighting package you could have. This is the Baja designs. I've got different styles of lights throughout. It doesn't mean I'm gonna run them all, but I'll have quite a bit of options on race day or race night on what I wanna run. I do have RCV axles. That's probably the only brand I'm gonna trust to be able to run the 1,226 miles down the peninsula. We ended up adding new brake parts. We've actually changed the rear bearing carriers, the front steering knuckles to all ZRP products. I think that's gonna basically alleviate the issues we've had at the last couple races. I've added a ZRP alternator kit, so this car does have an alternator to run all the accessories like the lights, the fans, everything else that may need extra charging, so we've got that. I do run the Fox live valve shocks, front and rear, just like any consumer has on their Polaris Razor. Which makes it super nice to adjust the suspension as you're racing through the race. So one of the big things, in my opinion, on racing a Baja or any style endurance race is keeping a motor completely stock. This thing is completely bone stock. I did assemble it, but nothing's been opened up on the inside. I don't run any kind of custom tune. I just want this thing to be as efficient and as effective to get to the finish line, and being stock is the only way I could come up with that. One other thing that I've been using quite a bit now is I've been working with Shock Therapy. They supply me a billet steering rack on this car, which in my opinion, with the way we're driving these cars, the speeds that we're traveling, the weight of the cars, the tire sizes that we're running, the steering rack that I run on this car has been, it's been flawless. So as we enter the cab here, you'll be able to see that I actually run, which is kind of crazy, I run the stock Polaris Razor steering wheel. It's built by Sparco, but it's been awesome. It's comfortable. I also, I've got the Lowrance GPS in here. It's a 9-inch in here, which seems to be pretty effective. I think on the next car we might go a little bit larger. Here we have the Sparco seats. Same ones I've ran for the multiple years now. They're just the Evos. I do run some really comfortable seat pads, which really help in these long races, because I'm planning on being in the car for probably 20 hours total, which is going to be an extreme amount of time. So as being as comfortable as possible, it makes a huge difference when you're in these cars. I have the rugged intercom. I also run the rugged radio. And I also do have the rugged pumper system in here. It's the variable speed one. It's been awesome. It's got the flex hoses. It makes it super easy to adjust while you're driving. It's more comfortable for other drivers. Basically, everybody's kind of just stepping up their game and really making it a lot more comfortable for, the driver and co-driver in these things, that we're going to be in them for so long. Obviously, one of the most important things that is going to be in this race, I'm looking at, the tires and wheel setup. Right now, I'm running a Tensor 33 DSR, as well as the 401 beadlock wheel by method. This is kind of the one item that's going to be touching the ground for 1,226 miles. So in my opinion, if you don't have the right tire and wheel selection, you're going to struggle trying to make it that far. So I'm super pumped that I'm going to be running these, and they've been a great tire and wheel for me. And in my opinion, there's not a better entire wheel setup that you can have. I feel I've assembled the complete package to conquer this 1,226 mile peninsula run. At the end of the day, we're looking to put this weapon up on the top of the box.